Today we're talking about tattoo deposits. Coming up. What's going on, everybody? My name is Xavier Price, and on this channel we engage in informative tattoo related discussions as well as creative art focused content. So if you're new here, you might consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so let's dive right into this, and we'll start off by answering the question, what is a tattoo deposit? Tattoo deposits are typically a small percentage of the overall tattoo cost that an artist collects from the client prior to that tattoo appointment. And there are several reasons why an artist would require a deposit. Now that we know what tattoo deposits are, let's discuss why tattoo deposits exist. And the first reason that a tattoo artist would employ a tool such as a tattoo deposit would be for appointment security reasons. That small slice of cheese that an artist collects from you, the client, prior to your appointment is to provide him or her with the mental security, the peace of mind that you as a client are going to show up on the appointed date and time to get your tattoo. Okay, the next reason tattoo artists require a tattoo deposit. Alright, yes, I love you too. I love you too. Okay, so the next reason that tattoo artists require deposits are to weed through the inquiries that he or she may be receiving from potential new clientele. As tattoo artists, we're approached on a daily basis by people that claim they would like to be tattooed by us. They'll discuss their tattoo design in full detail, what it is, where it's going, and how big it's going to be. And without a tattoo deposit in place, 90% of these conversations fizzle out and fail to produce a tattoo. So the next reason that tattoo artists require deposits are to make sure that they are properly compensated for the time invested in creating and developing that client's tattoo design. A lot of times clients will ask an artist to create a tattoo design without placing a deposit down. And if we were to allow this, there would be nothing solidifying that tattoo appointment in place, as well as if the client actually didn't like the design and ultimately decided to go elsewhere, that artist's time has now been wasted and it could have been spent on developing artwork for more serious clientele. So now that we know what tattoo deposits are and why they exist, let's talk about how they work. We have to keep in consideration that every artist is different. So every artist is going to require a different amount of money for a tattoo deposit. Some artists might just require a singular fee that will extend to all tattoo designs, doesn't matter the size or the detail, and other artists will require a tattoo deposit based on the size, the detail, and the amount of time it takes. Me personally, I subscribe to that second philosophy. If it's a smaller tattoo, I'll generally collect a deposit of $20 to $30 for that appointment. If it's a more medium-sized tattoo, I'll probably collect around $60. And if it's a larger appointment that's going to take anything over an hour, at that point I'm charging hourly, so the deposit is typically going to be around $100. What you want to keep in mind though is that you're not losing anything. This money that the tattoo artist is collecting isn't just going into his pocket so he can charge you more money. That deposit is going to be taken off of the last appointment that you had or at the very end of the tattoo process. So if your overall design was quoted to you at $100 and the deposit was $20, that means on the day of your appointment, the only thing remaining that you have to pay is $80. So like I said, you're not losing anything. So now that we have the what, why, and how, let's discuss situations in which the tattoo deposit would be considered null and voided. As a general disclaimer, all tattoo deposits are non-refundable. The first situation in which a tattoo deposit would be considered voided would be if the client pulls a no-call, no-show. And what that means is that the client had an appointment date and time set with the tattoo artist to get tattooed, and for whatever reason they decided not to show up for their appointment without giving the artist at least a 24-hour notice prior to that appointment. That 24-hour notice is very important because that allows the artist to talk to clients that they have scheduled after you and see if they would like to fill the spot that you're trying to make in that artist's schedule. The next situation in which a tattoo deposit would be considered null and voided would be if the client is exceedingly tardy to their tattoo appointment without notifying the tattoo artist that they're running late. And the reasons for that would be because artists have schedules, and that schedule might consist of more than just your tattoo for the day. So the later you are to your appointment, the more time you're cutting into other people's appointments, and that can't be allowed. So in that situation, the deposit would be considered null and voided, and if that client would like to move forward with the tattoo, they would have to place a new deposit down, as well as if new clients come to the shop and they're looking to get tattooed while the artist is waiting for you to get to your appointment and you're already 30 minutes late and you haven't texted, you haven't called, that artist is missing out on potential new tattoos for himself and potential revenue for himself. So in that situation, the deposit would be considered null and void. The next situation in which a tattoo artist might refund the tattoo deposit would be if they bit off more than they could chew. And what I mean by that is that they had a consultation with the client, laid down a solid plan to be executed to produce a strong tattoo. And then in the design phase of the tattoo process, unforeseen variables arise. It could be a cover-up tattoo, and parts of the original pieces of subject matter aren't going to be enough to cover that tattoo. This is just an example. So say that happens. So at that point, the tattoo is no longer a viable process. And it's up to that artist to swallow their pride, swallow their ego, go back to that client and let them know that the original idea is no longer going to work, and either they're going to have to amend that or that artist is no longer the right artist for the job, and return the deposit. As humans, time is our most valuable asset, and it's something that we can never get back. So always remember to be courteous to your artist's schedule. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you found it informative. If you did, hit the like button. Leave a comment down below letting me know what other content you would like to see from me in the future. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Love, peace, and happiness.